Good morning, students. So let us start today's class of chapter 7, that is classes and objects. So in this class, I will be discussing on member functions, which can be done in two ways. One is inside function, another one is outside function. And next concept is defining the objects. So these three topics, actually two topics, we'll be discussing in today's class. So in the previous class, I discussed what is a class and what is a object, okay, and class declaration I discussed, is it right? So class means what? It is a collection of objects which will be having common behavior and a common identity will be there. And object means what? It is a share. Object is a collection of, it is a real time entity, okay. So that is mean by object. So in today's class, how will be writing the member function and how it can be actually inside member function and how it can be actually the outside function we'll be discussing, okay. So see, so in the class definition you actually saw class, actually user defined name, and member functions and member data member, is it right? So there are actually two packages there. One is member function, other one is data member. So in today's class we'll be discussing on this member function which is present in the class, okay. So what is this member functions means? Member functions are the functions that are included within the class, okay. So the member functions can be defined in two places. One is inside class definition, another one is outside class definition, okay. So what is this inside class definition? To define the member function inside a class, the function declared within the class is replaced by the actual function definition inside the class, okay. So the class definition actually defined, it has to be defined inside the class, which has to be replaced by the function definition which is placed in the class. So that is the inside class definition, okay. So next is how we can declare, okay. This can be done through inline functions. So inline functions, which will be discussed in the next chapter, just as the information you have to know is a function defined a class is treated as inline function, okay. Only small functions are defined inside the class definitions. So within the class definition only a small definitions are defined, okay. So for example, assume now you are having a class, that is class rectangle, okay. So it will be having data members as length, breadth, area, and member functions as void get data and compute and display. These are the three member functions which is having in the class rectangle. So here rectangle is what? Class name, and data members are what? Length, breadth, and member functions are what? Void get data, compute and display. So here the in compute function, the actual area of the rectangle will be calculated. So that is area is equals to length into breadth, and by after completing this areas data, it will be displayed in the display function, okay. So next is how we define a class outside of the class definition, okay. So to define the member function outside of the class declaration, we must link the class name, okay. So like how we call a function call, you should actually define the function name outside of the class name with which the name of the member function can be defined, okay. So we can do this by preceding the function name with the class name followed by the colons, okay. So function name will be there, so that will be followed by the class name, okay. So that we will see in this we can understand clearly with the example. So always this scope of resolution, so this two colons is called as scope of resolution operator. So this is used to define the member function outside of the class. So this will be used in majority of the programs which will be discussed in the next classes. So that is the scope of resolution operator, which is used usually to access the member function outside of the class. Okay. So how we define this member functions, we'll understand this definition by seeing through an example, through a syntax. So see here, return type, class name, member function, name and arguments list. So return type is what? It is the type of the data which is actually getting back to the program. So class name is what? It is the name of the class which is defined. The scope of resolution is what? It is helping the user to access the member function outside of the class, which I discussed few minutes back. So arguments means what? The arguments which is used in the program. So inside this curly braces there are function body. Okay. So this is the syntax which is given for accessing the member functions outside of the class. So still more we can understand this accessing of the member function outside of the class through an example. See here, I have taken the class name is called as operation and the data member is int a and b, and the member functions are what? Sum and product. So the sum can be, here it is outside function, is it right? So the outside function is accessed with the help of this scope of resolution operator. So here the function int is what? Int is a return type, and operation is what? Operation is a class name. Here you can see, and the scope of resolution operator is helping the member function to operate from the outside of the member class, and it is doing some operation, that is sum. So it is performing addition operation. Similarly, one more operation is there, that is product. So this product function, which is a function which is defined outside of the class, so therefore it is accessed with this scope of resolution operator. So this is accessed how means, so first it will be called with a return type, that is integer data type, then it is having a class name operation, then scope of resolution, then the product name. So the return will be the product of A star B. So that is the return which is obtained by the product function. Okay, so this is the example for how we can define a member functions outside of the class. Okay. So this is how the member function can be accessed inside the class and outside the class. Okay. See, I will again repeat, member functions are the functions which is defined inside the class. So classes will be having two things. One is data member, another one is member functions. Is it right? So inside the class, in the sense which is defined within the class, within the curly braces. So that is inside class definition. If it has to be defined outside of the class, then it has to access the function name with the help of the scope of resolution operator. So that is as shown in this syntax. So here the class name will be there, and here the return type will be there. The return type will be integer data type, and the scope of resolution operator will be there, and the member function name will be the name which is defined in the class, and the arguments list which has to be performed for the variable which will be included in the member function name, and within this curly braces actually the function body will be there. Okay. So this is how we can access the member function outside of the class. Okay. So this we understood with the example. So now we will discuss on the concept called as how we actually define an object of a class. So as you all know, what is meant by object? Object is what? It is a real time entity. Okay. So it is having some characteristics and it will be having some functions. Is it right? So this characteristics is called as attributes and behaviors is called as functions. Okay. So an object is a real world element which is identifiable entity with some characteristics and some behaviors. Okay. So it is, in other terms, an object is also called as an instance of a class. An instance of a class is called as an object. So objects are sometimes called as instance variables. So objects are sometimes called as instance variables. An object is normally defined in the main function. Okay. So this will be understanding through the syntax. So here see, dear students, here there will be a class, and with respect to that class, okay. See, now the class will be followed by the class name, and within the curly braces, flower braces, will be having the private members and public members. Is it right? So that is data members will be there. So that data members will be accessed for the objects is how, means the class name and the object name comma object name too, it will be accessed like this. So this will be understanding still more better with the following example. So see here, so the class name is student here, the private data members will be there and the public data members will be there. So the private data members here are the rule number, the age, and the public data members are, that is member functions are void get data and void display. So this is how we write a general class. Is it right? So thus objects, so student object has to be accessed in the sense, so it will be accessed by the student, that is class name followed by the objects. So object here are S1, S2 and S3, which is separated by this commas. Okay. So now if you are having any doubts, please call me, and please understand all the concepts properly and do write the notes. Thank you all.